Hello, good morning. Today is October 12th and I am 6 days post-op. I wanted to film a quick video, or maybe not so quick, depends, about my experience and things that I took that I didn't need and the things that I took that I absolutely needed during my surgery time and being in the hospital. So I watched a bunch of videos to prepare for my journey because I, again, had surgery in Mexico. And I wanted to make sure that I had everything because I know the level of care there is not usually on the same level as the US. You're never sure what to expect. So I followed a lot of videos of people that also went to Mexico and things that they packed. And I wanted to do a list of things that I took and very much needed and definitely came in handy, and things that I took that I didn't even open and was a waste of time for me. Now, that's not to say these aren't going to be useful for you, but I did want to put this out there because I feel like I spent a lot of money on things that I took and didn't get used at all. So, something that I bought there when we were in San Diego before we crossed the border that I did need, obviously, is uh, that bowel prep stuff, I don't know why I can't think of it, but the stuff you have to do bowel prep on the night before. So this I had to buy, and obviously your surgeon requires it. I don't know why I can't. Laxative. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. So took that, and obviously came in handy because you have to do the bowel prep if your surgeon requires it. The next thing that absolutely I needed, lotion. Oh my goodness. I did not realize how quickly my skin would dry out. So this came so much in handy when I was just there and I'd been washing my hands or whatever happened, and my skin was so dry. So definitely take lotion, travel size or whatever, but I definitely recommend an intensely hydrating lotion because I was insanely dry, and I lotion all the time. I'm kind of crazy about it. So definitely pack lotion. The next thing, let's see, for me specifically, because you never know, antibacterial wipes, or these kill 99.9% of all germs. Antibacterial hand wipes, but we also use them for wiping down things, surfaces, and whatever, even if it's something that I got dirty, because at one point I know that there was like a little bit of blood. So, hello, we whipped these guys out. We didn't even use them all. It was 20 wipes, but we used a good amount of them to kind of wipe down the rails in the bed and like the tray that I ate on and, or ate. So, oh my goodness, do not leave without these. And, okay, sorry, I'm getting my stuff organized here. I didn't use these in the hospital, but prior to getting there, I had some pretty bad allergies, so eye drops. My eyes were really red and really dry. So if you're prone to allergies, or if you take allergy medicine or something, or you have dry eyes, I would definitely take eye drops for sure. For me, I am a Q-tip head, so I clean my ears constantly. I know you're not supposed to put Q-tips in your ears, but I do. Sorry, that's just what I do. So I clean my ears all the time. Do not forget your Q-tips if you're like me and love to clean your ears, because you will be very sad. So there's those. Definitely use that. Um, Gauze. I took my own gauze with me, and as well as Neosporin. They say spray Neosporin. I couldn't find it anywhere. I got this one, and it was supposed to be a no touch or touch free, where you don't have to do it, but it came out like a gel, which to me is ridiculous because if it comes out in a lump, how's that going to help anybody? So I definitely recommend trying to find the spray if you can. I couldn't, but my gauze, as well as gauze tape, because my hospital gave me some when I left, but I needed more. Obviously, you can see this roll is winding down, so I have an extra. So gauze pads for sure, and Neosporin spray if you can find it. The other thing I will say about gauze and tape, depending on how sensitive your skin is, you can buy sensitive skin tape, but to me, it doesn't stick as well. So, normally when you go to the hospital, they put two sides of tape on the gauze and it stays. For me, two sides of sensitive skin tape came right off. Like, I could not keep them on, so I eventually had to pack on, like, do a top, bottom, side tape method, which then like rips a layer of skin off every time you change the bandage. So that's really a pain. So what I would suggest, and what I haven't even looked into yet, but I think might be better, is those large band-aids or whatever bandages that can just stick on. The adhesive is already there, so I would recommend those. I mean, I haven't used them, but I would say those would probably be easier than trying to maneuver with this goopy Neosporin spray and getting it all rubbed on your incisions, and then having to hold the gauze there, and then having to tape it, and not knowing if your tape is going to stick and for how long. So maybe just avoid all that and, you know, skip right ahead to the bandages. Another thing that I used, oh my goodness, lip balm. You will need this. Hey, put some on now. But yeah, my lips, from breathing out of my mouth mostly, because I know after they took out I forget what they're called, those little things that go in your nose that give you oxygen. After they took those out, I went back to breathing through my mouth a bit because of my allergies. So, and when I was sleeping, without even thinking about it, I was breathing out of my mouth, even though normally I breathe out of my nose. For the most part, this came in handy. Dry lips, plus you're getting dehydrated while you're slowly able to take in fluids, or the day that you're not taking in fluids right after surgery. You want this because your lips are going to be dry and they're going to be cracked, and it's not fun. So lip balm for sure. I use the heck out of that. The other thing, once you get going, flavor drops. Oh my goodness, because you kind of get tired of the same taste over and over. So I would recommend a wide variety of these flavor enhancers for your water. But make sure, obviously, that there's no sugar in them. And definitely talk to your doctor, too, because I know there's citric acid. So if you're prone to reflux, these are going to make it flare up. The second night in the hospital, I got a huge, huge, huge flare up of reflux. And I want to say that was attributed to my IV situation, which I'll go into in a minute. But it was awful. I woke up choking. And you know, normally when you wake up choking on reflux, it's because it just happened. But apparently it happened to me, and it was so unnoticeable at the time that I was breathing it. So I had it all backed up in my lungs, and I was coughing and coughing, which hurt so bad because of my incisions. And like just burned the heck out of my throat, and that was not fun at all. It was really bad, and I had to go ask. My little tiny stomach was burning so bad, like I could feel it, like it was on fire. So I had to go ask the nurse to give me something, A, for the reflux, and B, to help me sleep, because now I was in so much pain, and to give me pain medicine as well. So before I get into the stuff that I took and did not use, I do want to say that I had an issue with my IV. The first thing is they tried to get my IV in my hand. I don't think you can see it anymore, but there's like a little dot there from where she first tried to get it. Didn't work. The IV was no good, or the vein. And then she was able to get it in this arm. However, from the start, it was kind of like it burned a little bit and it was painful. And every time they injected something in there, it would burn. And I wasn't really sure why. And she said, oh, well, sometimes that happens because the medicines, they burn. Okay, fine, that makes sense. My mother's a nurse, and she confirmed this, that yeah, there's certain medications that burn going in, but when everything was burning, we thought, okay, maybe they're pushing this medicine into my IV too quickly. Well, as time went on, it just got more and more painful, to the point where I woke up, and we were looking, and my IV drip had just completely stopped. And so they came and they checked my arm, flushed the line, which hurt like hell. They flushed the line twice to try to get the IV going again, but it wasn't going well. And so I don't know what the heck happened, but if you can see there, I know the light's making it look pretty bad. I got a pretty bad rash here on my arm, and I want to say that's because the IV was never good to begin with, and also this arm, I don't think it's as bad anymore, but my arm got super, super swollen, and so I think that reflux flare-up was due to the fact that my antacid, my pain medication, everything they were giving me into this IV arm was going into my arm. It was not hitting the vein because the vein was bad to begin with. So this arm was like supersized since they took that IV out, I want to say second day in the hospital. So that was horrible. That was not fun at all. And so another girl redrew my IV on this arm. See if you can see it. That's from the blood pressure cuff. I got little bruises and stuff. But the girl that did this one, no pain. Every time they put something in, regardless of how fast they went, I didn't have any pain, no burning, anything. So this one was so much better. And I know that the first one was just completely not viable from the start. And I think that did me a real disservice because they didn't change it. But anyway, that's all done with. Now I'll go quickly into the things that I took and did not need. And again, this is not to say that you won't need them. It's just that I didn't use them. Germex. Had a bathroom in my room, so I didn't need it. Anytime that my hands got dirty was usually, I mean, not dirty, that sounds kind of gross. But anytime that I felt like I wanted to wash my hands or that I did was after going to the bathroom. So I don't see why I would have needed this. I know some people said they were taking it, so maybe you don't have bathrooms in your room. I don't know. But I didn't use Germex at all. Antibacterial hand, anything. So there's that. The next thing is makeup removing wipes. I did use these prior to going to my surgery because, again, we took a little bit of a vacation prior to going to do my surgery stuff. So I was wearing makeup then, but once I got in the hospital, I wasn't wearing anything. So maybe just face wipes and not necessarily makeup removing wipes because I wasn't wearing any. I do wear makeup. I like to wear it, but I haven't put any on since the day I got my surgery. So they're not even opened. So there's that. So, I mean, I'm sure I'll use them to come, but for surgery purposes, it was not worth it. The next thing, Listerine breath strips. Probably could have used these, forgot about them, but again, if I was really concerned, then I would have gotten them out. But I did not use Listerine breath strips at all. So those were not good. And another thing somebody recommended was wisps to brush your teeth or get your breath fresh. Again, I had my toothbrush, got up, brushed my teeth. It wasn't anything that I needed. So if you have a bathroom in your room, a lot of these hygiene products to me are not necessary. I also took travel shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. That came in handy. I don't have them here because I left them at my aunt's house in California. But, pardon me, the gas from my new tiny stomach. Those came in handy. I use them in the shower constantly. And so I would definitely take your own travel stuff because generally the stuff in the hotel dries at least my hair out and my skin out. So I like to take the products that I like. So all of that came in handy. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I might have taken that I did. Oh, hair ties. These, if you have long hair, are a lifesaver because you're constantly looking for it, or if you take your hair down, because I know I had mine half up, half down when I went into surgery so that it wouldn't be uncomfortable to lay on. Typically, because I have longer hair, I keep it up on top of my head and don't style it unless I'm going somewhere. So hair ties came in handy for me. Loose clothing, obviously, is something that you're going to need. Ooh, and the biggie. Now, I'm going to say I was probably super fortunate that I did not get any gas pains, and I'll tell you, I was a little naive because when people talk about gas pains on their videos, I always assumed that it was like gas, like burping and farting and all of that. No, because I've never had surgery, like at all. I didn't know anything about it. I always had wondered about it, but this makes perfect sense. If you don't know and you're new to surgery, I'll tell you so that you won't be like me and not know. But the way that they get through you is they pump you full of like a gas. I don't remember what it is, if it's carbon dioxide or something. But anyway, to blow your chest cavity up or your stomach cavity so that they can maneuver around better to perform the surgery. Didn't know this. So when people talk about gas pains, it's not because, well, it is because of the burping as well, because of your stomach. When you take fluids in, you're taking in a lot of air. As far as the gas X strip goes, I did not get the maximum strength, which I think you can only take like 2 strips in a day because of how concentrated it is. I got I don't even know what the concentration is, but I think it was like 20 whatever grams or whatever is in it, because you can take 8 of those a day, which helps to kind of disperse it throughout the day and take it when you need it rather than taking it all at once and then you're done for the day. So those I use the heck out of and definitely recommend gas X strips for the actual gas pain. But again, I was blessed not to have any of the gas that they pump into you. Not any pain from that, because I know they usually say it's like in your shoulder and like kind of hurts until your body absorbs it. I didn't have any of that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. because from what I understand, it is really, really uncomfortable. And the majority of my discomfort came from the drain. And once they pulled that out, which was absolutely horrible, I can't tell you enough how horrible that hurt. Once I got that out and I was able to recover for a little bit after a few hours that they took it out, I could breathe normally again, and that was so much better. So what I spent $20 on, based on everybody's reviews, was a damn heating pad. I got the one that's got all soft, fuzzy texture, but didn't use this. Didn't even open it. Didn't even think about it. So there's that. That was a waste of money for me, and kind of annoyed. But again, you might need it. So who's to say there's no purpose in it? So all in all, I probably overspent maybe $50 on all the stuff that I got that I didn't need. Definitely recommend like nightgowns and stuff if you like it, because it is so comfortable getting around after. And other than that, I think that's pretty much everything that I took. So I laid everything out to make sure I covered everything. But other than that, my experience was pretty decent. Would I have surgery in Mexico again? Probably not. I wasn't super blown away by the process, but I also wasn't like really upset with it either. It had its pros and its cons, and it served the purpose that I needed, which was being able to get the surgery because my insurance didn't cover it, and being able to get to a healthier lifestyle when I wanted to, rather than having to figure that out and probably save $15,000-$20,000 in the States. So I probably would not go back to Mexico to have surgery, because it was just an ordeal with the suitcase and the luggage and having to get everywhere, and you have to have somebody to help you because of the stuff you pack, and it's just a lot. And I'd rather have that done here, where I have all my resources and I have my family and all of that. My mom did go with me, but it was just too much of a hassle in my opinion. But overall, my experience was okay. I wasn't upset with it, like I said, and I got what I wanted. So here we go. And this is just, again, a video that I wanted to tell you what I took and used and what I didn't use, and just a little overview of my experience. So hopefully you find this helpful, and I'll talk to you guys later.